Hello, I'm Anand Naidu in Washington. The main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. A Yemen-based offshoot of Al-Qaeda has claimed responsibility for the attempted attack on a U.S. airline on Christmas Day. The group says it gave a Nigerian national, Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab, the explosive device that he tried but failed to detonate as Flight 253 prepared to land in Detroit. President Barack Obama says the U.S. is determined to find those responsible. President Obama on Monday also condemned the recent violence in Iran. A number of opposition figures have been arrested a day after clashes broke out between protesters and security forces on Shia Islam's holy day of Ashura. State television says 8 people were killed on Sunday. The opposition says security forces opened fire on the crowds. Police deny that claim. The Afghan President Hamid Karzai has called for an investigation into what he says are the deaths of 10 civilians in the country's east. He says the men were killed in fighting with international forces in a remote part of Kunar province on Sunday. A senior NATO official told the New York Times he believes the men were responsible for attacks on Afghan and security forces in the region. A North African offshoot of Al-Qaeda says it's behind the kidnapping of an Italian couple in the West African nation of Mauritania. In an audio recording, the group says it carried out the abduction earlier this month because of Italy's involvement in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. More than 30 people were killed and dozens more wounded in a suicide bombing in Pakistan's largest city, Karachi. The attackers struck a procession marking the Shia Muslim festival of Ashura. It prompted angry marchers to set cars and shops on fire. President Asif Ali Zardari blames the bombing on fighters who want to ignite sectarian violence. A convoy carrying aid for Gaza will begin moving again on Tuesday after agreeing to travel through Syria and then Egypt to reach its destination. Almost 250 trucks from the Viva Palestina convoy have been waiting to board ferries at the Jordanian port of Aqaba since Friday after Egypt refused it entry through the Red Sea port of Nuweiba. The convoy is carrying food and medical supplies. And those are our top stories. Don't forget you can keep up to date with all the news on our website, and you will find that at aljazeera.net/English.